Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Glow, if you didn't already know, and today I am doing my Sunday Bible Talk video. So I'm going to do 3 quick shout outs. Number 1, Lucas, my brother from another mother. Number 2, Ethan. Shout out to Ethan. He has a YouTube channel. I'll probably link that in the descriptions below if I remember. And my 3rd shout out is to Bridget, and I might link her Instagram down below. But today we are talking about anxiety, and I struggled with anxiety for years, so I thought it's about time I talk about it. So here we go. So I wrote a paper, and I'm going to read it to you guys, and I wrote this for school, so I just thought I should might as well do a video on it. So anxiety is an annoying, emotion-controlling, stress-rising, and relatively permanent state of worry. Different people have different symptoms of anxiety, such as constantly stressed, sleep difficulties, irrational fears, and tense muscles. However, that's only to name a few. There's like 1,000 million quadrillion of these. For several years, I have struggled with sleeping difficulties and irrational fears. Like, I'll lay in my bed and just be like, I'm terrified, and like, this is gonna sound, never mind, I'm not gonna tell you that, that's so stupid, but I like have to like turn on my light all the time because I'm like, there's something there, and I like turn on my light because I have like these really weird irrational fears. And ever since I was little, like, my dad has been there to comfort me and my mom, and they'll like help me, but after a while it probably gets annoying because I know it gets annoying because I get up all the time because I'm terrified. I don't know, it's terrible, and I get anxiety. And like for a while I had to wear a heart monitor because we like thought that I like had a heart problem, because every night before I go to bed my heart would be like boom, 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 and I like, you know, after you run, when you have like you're panting and whatever and your heart's racing really fast, that's how it was every night before I went to bed. So it was really terrible, and my anxiety would just control me in so many ways. And like a couple months, probably 2 months ago, I was sleepwalking because I sleepwalk randomly. Yeah. I was sleepwalking, and I sleepwalked into the sleepwalked, yeah, into the hallway, and I was like asleep, so I didn't really know where I was going. And my sister had like gotten up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and so I'm like walking like this, and she's walking like this, and then like bumped into each other, and so that wakes me up. So I just start screaming bloody murder on the top of my lungs, just like for like a really long time. I was like so scared. And then I just like fell to the floor crying and like panting. It was so scary. And then my dad like runs out, and he's like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on?" So it was really scary. And that's just like an example of like how terrible my anxiety is at nighttime. It's terrible. And this has happened since I was 9, 8, and it just like controlled me for so long. Like, I never go to sleep. And I went to a basketball tournament recently. And we're going to bed, and all these girls like just fall asleep in like 20 seconds. And we went to bed at 10:30, and I fell asleep at 7, and we woke up at like 7:30. So I got 30 minutes of sleep. I might be wrong on like the exact times, but I did not. I maybe got 30 minutes, like 30 minutes to an hour of sleep that night, and then we had to play 2 games that day, which was pretty crazy, but we won one of them, so it's okay. But I was just like really tired, and that just happens to me all the time, so I was pretty used to it. I laid down a lot that day, so I just kind of calmed down, and I drink Gatorade and stuff to like get my energy up, ate a lot of protein. So I've gotten kind of used to it, and like with anything permanent, you have to learn how to control it. So I have a couple of ways for you, 5 ways for you guys to control your anxiety. And I don't know if all of these are going to work. I'm no therapist, but they might. So we shall try. I do these and they work. So number 1, God asks us to trust him. So see Proverbs 2, 5, and 6. So verses 5 and 6. Okay, so trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understandings. In all ways, submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. So yeah, those Bible verses have helped me so much. One night when I was 8, I was laying in bed and I could not sleep, and I'm crying. I'm like, God, just let me go to sleep, please. Like, this is driving me crazy. And like, I'm not saying an angel came to me and was like, trust the Lord. Like, that's not how it worked. It was just kind of like, I kind of felt like in my heart, like, just, I need to trust God right now. And I was like, okay, I trust you. And I said it out loud. I was like, I trust you. And then I fell asleep. And then throughout the next like month, I was getting like these things about trust, and I slept over at my friend's house on a Saturday night, and then we went to her church on Sunday morning, and the pastor talked about trusting, and it was weird because I was like, whoa, you're like reading my brain and what I need to learn about right now. And then for Easter, my grandma got us some devotionals, and it was like a daily devotional, and that day it was about trusting God, and then it had these verses. So they're like my favorite verses because they helped me so much when I was little, and they continue to help me because I'm a control freak, and it's hard to just trust someone with your whole life plan. So that's number one. So in order to trust God, we need to convince ourselves of the truth that God has a plan. Pray and ask for his help. So just pray and ask God. You don't have to be like, dear Heavenly Father. Like, you don't have to do that. And you don't have to sing. You can just be like, dear God, hey, what's up? I'm struggling. Like, I do that all the time. Number 2. If your anxiety is overwhelming to the point of suicidal thoughts and other self-harm, alert a parent, teacher, friend, or any person you trust ASAP. This is an important matter. You need to, no matter how hard it is, tell a friend you trust, tell someone who will help you immediately, because that's not a thing to kid about. You just need help, and God has a plan for you, and you're not done yet, and he put you here for a reason. And think about your family. No matter if you feel like they love you or not, they do, and somebody does love you, and God loves somebody. If you don't feel like anybody loves you, you can be for sure that Jesus loves you, and he cares about you, because he wouldn't have put you here if he didn't. So yeah. Number 3, that's the number 2. Number 3, I'm going to turn the page. Find what makes you happy, whatever it may be, going to church, shopping, to hanging with friends. This step may be hard, but fake being happy until you are. That may sound weird, but it helps. Trust me. Like, I told my mom, I was been, like, really sad for, like, 3 months, and I was just like, oh, I'm so sad. Well, it's probably 6 months. It's not like I was sad or depressed. I was just kind of, like, upset. Like, nothing was going my way. I was losing friends, like, constantly, because that just happens. Being an extrovert like me, you just like, hi, be my friend. And then you're like, oh, we're close. And then you're like, I can trust her or him with every little detail of my life. And you're like, here's this, here's that. And then they'd, like, go tell everybody else. And then you lose a friend because it's terrible. And then people blame you and stuff. You know, it's just like, yeah. That was really weird. Anyways, so I had been going through a really, like, kind of hard time, and I was like so sad, and I was like, Mom, I'm just constantly sad. I don't want to do anything. I just like was eating weird. Like, I was eating, but I wasn't like hungry a lot. I don't know. Part of that's probably hormones, but I was just kind of like, drowsy. And my mom was like, just pretend you're happy until you are happy. Don't be a fake person, but kind of fake it. And I was like, okay. So I like invite my friends over, even though I was kind of like sad or whatever. And they'd come over and they'd cheer me up, and like little by little I'd get happier. So just pretend you're happy until you become happy, because it works. Number 4. Talk to a therapist. You may feel embarrassed. Trust me, I've been there. It's hard to open up to someone, I would know, but you can do it. Just make sure you trust them, especially if they're a therapist or a guidance counselor, or your parents. Just open up to them. Let them know what's going on. But maybe getting embarrassed is a small price you have to pay to being happy, because it's just a tiny piece of your entire life. A tiny period of time that you might be going to a therapist or whatever, and it will help so much on your whole life just becoming happier. Number 5, change something. Maybe eat better, start working out, do something to motivate you. This will help keep your mind off your anxiety. So go for a run, do something cool. Maybe start like eating more vegetables. I don't know, drink more water. Just change up your change up your life a little bit so you're focusing less on your anxiety, maybe more on God, maybe read your Bible more or whatever. Just whatever you feel like will make you happier. Just focus on something, and eventually you'll become happier and focus less on your anxiety. All these things might seem foolish, but I have tried them. They help tremendously, not even kidding. Anxiety might be hard to control, but it's not impossible. I have faith in you guys, and God has faith in you, and he believes that you can do it. God believes in you. That's what my coach said to us the other day. She's like, we believe in God, but it's crazy to think that God believes in us. He knows we can do it, so you got this, girl or guy or whoever's watching. Go get him. God believes in you, and He knows you can do it, and He trusts you. And you need to trust Him. I said that wrong. Anyways, I'm gonna read the Bible verse one more time on helping trust, I can't talk. For trusting God, Bible verse. So Proverbs 2 verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. I can't read actually. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. So that's the end of my video. I hope you guys liked it. Be sure to hit that big red subscribe button so we can continue to get more people added to our little interfam. I was going to say like internet family. Never mind. That didn't work. I love you to the moon and back. See you later, alligators.